and welcome to the base, big and small screens. Today I'd like to talk to you about The Martian, the movie starring Matt Damon and a few other people. Now, I covered a little while ago the book, The Martian by Andy Weir. Hadn't got around to watching the movie at the time, but now I have, and I'd like to talk to you a bit about it. So, uh, for those of you who've seen my video of The Martian or who've seen The Martian, they kind of know what it's about. Matt Damon gets stuck on Mars, thought dead. They end up finding out he's alive, mount a rescue mission to go get him, and end up saving him in the end. Sorry for the spoiler, but it's one of those things. It's one of the things that you kind of like, they're going to save him. Of course they're going to save him. So, you've got Matt Damon playing the titular character of, where is it here? Mark Watney. He's playing Mark Watney, a botanist stranded on Mars, ends up growing his own potatoes to survive, etc., etc., and things move on from there. It's a very predictable action movie. Not to say that it's a bad action movie, uh, or a bad movie in that regard, but it's fairly predictable. It's set up very much kind of like almost an action movie, but not quite. Almost a character-driven drama, but not quite. There's a lot of things. It's a big, beautiful spectacle. I'll say that much about it. Now, I do have one criticism about the movie compared to the book. The movie glosses over a lot of things, a lot of dilemmas that Mark Watney has in the book. It just glosses over them and doesn't really pay them much mind. Um, there's a whole scene in the book where several pages where he has to cross through a a dust storm that will end up clouding the solar cells and keeping him from getting power. And if he gets stuck in it, then he could be there and he could die because there's no power anymore. He can't power it up with solar cells. Uh, it just completely ignores all that. It is almost like it never happens. There's a few other things here and there that end up not happening because of time constraints, because this is a movie and there is going to be that time constraints. That being said, uh, as a movie, it functions beautifully. Has a wonderful cast, all very well acted. Um, there's an amusing little moment with the Council of Elrond because one of the people involved in it happens to be Sean Bean, who was on the Council of Elrond. It's an amusing little moment, I thought. Uh, kind of a little nod to the fourth wall in a way. Uh, but you got Matt Damon kind of having to carry things by himself because he's basically by himself for almost the whole movie. While everyone else on Earth is running around and the whole world is pulling together to get Mark Watney home. So it's kind of interesting uh, in how they managed to pull this all together. I kind of wish they would have had a little bit more with Mark Watney trying to solve all these things. They do they do poke at some of the big things like him growing the potatoes, creating water to keep them going, and so on and so forth, and how he solves certain things. Uh, so it's kind of neat in that regard how they managed to do that. Um, they kind of altered a bit the scene where his faceplates get smashed out when the airlock ends up getting launched away from the hab, and he like crisscrosses duct tape over it to seal up the breach. That entire thing in the book, it was like the entire front plate was gone, and he basically had to put some hab canvas around it and seal it in place there in order to get out and get a new helmet. So there's different little differences here and there, but you have to, from any adaptation from a book to a movie, there's going to be differences. Uh, that being said, The Martian is a really good movie. I highly enjoyed it. It was fun to watch and all around made me feel good about myself and about the rest of humanity, which is kind of what the book and the movie is. It does. It makes you feel good about humanity in general. And that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. that's going to be about it for this one. Definitely check out The Martian. Worth your time. Um, and until next time, as always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I post new videos. I usually try and get at least one video out a week, if not more. Uh, and throw a comment in the comment section. Have you seen The Martian? Have you read the book? Uh, Either way, what did you think about the adaptation from page to screen? Did you like what they've done? Did you like Matt Damon being sarcastic and all kinds of good stuff up there in the Martian atmosphere? So let me know. Let me know what you think about it, and let's get a discussion going. Because I'd love to talk to some people. Please, let's get a discussion going. Let's talk movies. All right. And until next time, give The Martian a check out if you haven't. It's really good viewing, and I will see you all next time.